Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Connoisseur's Conversation. Today, I'm excited to bring to you guys one of the best new releases that I found in 2024, at least the fall of 2024. This is a fragrance that really exemplifies the accord of musk. If you're looking for an exemplary fragrance that really exudes sensuality, a lot of allure and sensuality while still having some character-driven roles inside of it, this woody floral musk fragrance that I've picked up and want to contribute to, bring it to my channel, is one that is a head-turning stunner, and it's become quite the intriguing compliment magnet over just a few days of wearing. This is the fragrance Carbone 2024 by the House of Balmain Paris, and it just sounds like the type of content that you think you'll enjoy. Pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scents, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. As I stated in the prologue, we're going to talk about a brand new fragrance that I think is going to be a hit. It's done by master perfumer Quintin Bisch, and it's a fragrance by the House of Balmain Paris that is named Carbone. It is a new release. It has the name used before by the brand, but this is a brand new composition. This is a fragrance I'm going to get across to you exactly the presentation, the wearability, the utility, the seasonality, things of that sort, the silage, the projection, all about the performance. Ultimately, I'm going to tell you how this fragrance smells and what I've gotten from it, and ultimately what compliment factor it has brought to me in just a short amount of time. So first off, we're going to get into the presentation of this packaging. So here you have what they're offering at Neiman Marcus. Neiman Marcus is, what I am told, is one of the only 14 or 15 places to offer this particular scent collection. They come with a big tote bag, sleek design bag that mimics the actual box that comes with the fragrance. This is the box. Coffret box. Now, for me, this is perfect presentation that comes with the sophistication and elegance and luxurious feel that you would expect from a house like Balmain Paris. It's a magnetic coffret style cardboard box, plenty of wrapping paper. Each time I go to Neiman Marcus, they do give samples. Today, they give samples of the Balmain Paris collection. The first fragrance that they gave me is Rouge, and the second one is the Ebane, which are birthed from the new collection. They come in 1.5 ml boxes. Sleek design, just like the overall large box. Two fragrances I'll talk about in sampling. Ebane is a special fragrance, I must say. Ebane is very nice. Unusual for tobacco, but very nice. The way that it comes inside the box, it has its own diamond style with nice oblique and acute angles to it. Sits in a pedestal. This one is black. Each fragrance comes in its own coloration, from red, blue, tonality of bronzes and browns, a teal color and a green color. Each one, I think, is about 8 or 9 in the collection. Hard cardboard box, Balmain Paris, and the bottle is just as beautiful as the fragrance. This is one, like I stated, it's a diamond. All the necessary compliance paperwork written on the bottom. It is a lightweight plastic top. They could have went a little further with maybe a brass wrapping and a hard glass top, but they, I guess in the promotion of the fragrance and wanted to give out the actual style of what it is, they wanted to be with these sleek lines. They had to do with the plastic blowing. So this is the atomizer. Very fine mist, very billowing fine mist for this. So all in all, the presentation, A1, just what you would expect from Balmain. That's the bottle up close, so you can see the sleek horizontal lines from the cap down through the bottling. It is clear. It's opaque, but clear. You know, there's some clarity in there, so you can see the juice in there. And that is the presentation for Carbone from Balmain. Very nice presentation. The bottle is wonderful. So as we talk about the formula, what I'm enjoying about this particular scent and why I purchased it, ultimately, Carbone's atmosphere is just beautiful. This is a airy, woody musk fragrance with a lot of authentic characteristics from rose. If you are a person, to me, ultimately, some of the most sensual, loving, caring, and caressing style of fragrance come with a very billowing white musk. That's what this particular scent is built on. Some of the things I've learned in going through my fragrance wardrobe building is that you ultimately have to have a musk fragrance. There are certain components of all fragrances that really can give a certain attribute to a look, define a look, and actually define you as a person in some people's eyes. And so for me, when you want a head-turning fragrance, one that ultimately allures someone, very much so draws them in as a factor of sensuality, musk can do no wrong in that particular notion, especially a white, clean musk, held up with a very woody component and backbone. Nothing wrong with going a little floral in that as well. These are things that I've learned over time, and I noticed that when you wear these particular scents on your skin, the masculinity, the virility of your masculinity just supersedes all around you. You become the ultimate of attraction, the alpha male in the room when you wear the proper musk fragrance. That is what Carbone is offering. This is a fragrance that is upheld with superlative use of leather, suede, so it's this authentic, almost, I won't say authentic, you know, leather is a fantasy note, but we also know that sometimes these notes that are all authentically seductive and authentically luxurious can come off very well, and we know a cheap leather when we smell one. What they've done with Carbone is create one of the most luxurious smelling leather accords that I've smelled. It's suede, it's soft butter leather. It's almost like you've smelled one of the most supple calfskin leathers that you've ever smelled in your life, with this woody backbone of sandalwood. A nice holding of patchouli creates a strong character in the base with the sandalwood in this one. It's elegant, it's enveloping. The elements of this can be slightly powdery but dry, something that you want in the masculine musky fragrance. It also has this intensity that when it comes to sillage and projection, you can go no wrong with this particular formula. Quintin Bisch, I must say, while it's not something that's super unique, it's traditional. It's a traditional fragrance but has a lot of modernity in it from the use of the particular bright, uplifting, yet virile musk that is in this particular scent. I'm enjoying this so much because of the connection that I've had with musk over the years. It provides me with a sense of comfort, a calmness, while also having a sense of allure and sensibility and sensuality attached to that particular scent. To me, this is a 4-season scent and an all-around blending fragrance. This can be a upscale business fragrance. This can be a leisure fragrance if you're doing things daily and you want to go in for a quick grab, but you want to smell authentically sexy, alluring, while still having some sophistication about you, which this one holds up ultimately as well. It's a great leisure scent. Evening elegance, no problem. Nights out, must have. Daily, that's about the one where I would kind of speak about this not being a daily wear fragrance, because you don't want to get this one misconstrued with one of your other musk fragrances like a Sauvage that has that ambroxan musk. This is a much more elevated style of fragrance, much more well composed than that type of musk. And ultimately with that rose, that characteristic of spicy, sweet, green, and ethereal rose, the component in this one that makes it a calling card for sensuality, that's what you want in one that is alluring and sensual. The nuances for this one, I must say I've gotten some compliments, and like I always state, I cannot guarantee that these compliments will come for you, but they have come for me. 3 compliments, 2 days wearing. I'm going to even drop a snippet at the end of this particular video. I want you guys to stick around for it. Actually hear the conversation I had with a friend of mine, what she stated when she smelled the perfume on me and what she felt. Just authentic conversation. She wanted to say something. She didn't even know I was recording her, and I wanted to get it out to her. I did ask her permission afterwards, but I want you guys to hear exactly what it is she had to say about this fragrance. How ethereal, how carnal and sexy the musky fragrance can be on a man, the woodiness, the components that make this so alluring. Sophisticated, alluring, patchouli, leather, woods, sandalwood, creaminess, milkiness, assuring, affirmative. You want those things. It's vigorous. It's all of those things that make a masculine cologne or perfume or fragrance what is ultimately a sensual panty dropper. Now, I don't use that term often. I don't use it much at all. But in a fragrance like this, when you've heard these terms used at you from other people, it's one that you must bring into the conversation, and that's what I want to portray to you as well. Not one that often means, I don't say panty dropper too often. Now, there's some fragrances out there that many say are, and I'll use that as a complimentary factor. But when I've heard it from the horse's mouth, so to speak, that this is a panty dropper, I must bring that to your attention and tell you what it is that I've heard about this particular scent. So about the scent profile: woody, musky. It's a projection cloud that is billowing. It is a sillage that is a mile long. Whatever Quintin Bisch used in the formula. It's an eau de parfum. It feels and carries as if it's an extrait, the way it explodes off the skin, the way it blooms, and the way it transitions across the entirety of the fragrance, and it lasts about 10 to 12 hours on skin. It even lasts on the skin after a shower. That's a compliment factor for the perfumer to give a hats off to. Ultimately, this black lacquer bottle exemplifies sleekness, affluence, pleasure, sensuality, and sexuality, and that's what this woody, musky compound has done for me. It's one, like I stated, it's turned heads, it's sensual, and I'm enjoying what it's going to be for the rest of fall and winter. I'm going to be wearing this so often, man, because I must admit, I often get compliments. I often have compliments come my way. This one has given some overtly sensual and sexual comments that have really taken me aback to what it is that a compliment factor fragrance can be. So once again, Carbone by the House of Balmain Paris, a perfume done by master perfumer Quintin Bisch, has come in as a head-turning fragrance that I think all of you should get your nose on by going to either Neiman Marcus or wherever you can find samples for this one. It's a designer, upscale, niche luxury realm fragrance, mostly luxe collection from Balmain, reachable at Neiman Marcus. Once again, Carbone 2024 by the House of Balmain Paris. So as we talked about all of the things about the projection, the sillage, the wearability is where we want to hit at next. When it comes to the wearability of Balmain, you want to wear this particular scent with its sophisticated profile. It makes a wonderful choice to wear in special occasions, things like weddings, anniversaries, and formal events. At the same time, it's a warm and inviting nature that it comes to perfect day wear, but not everyday wear. That leisure time, that night out, that daily can be somewhat of a misuse, but blending it with the business attire, perfect. Allow you to feel elegant no matter the setting is what this does. You apply this fragrance and it consider, what pulse points you put it on. It projects them out, like I stated. Put it on the wrist, put it on the neck, put it behind the ears. It enhances and gives great longevity with this perfume formula. A little goes a long way, as I stated. It billows, and you will be able to enjoy this very luxurious scent throughout the day. I promise you, because I've just been one to wear this with 4 to 5 sprays, and it just goes on and on. So the wearability of that style of fragrance, or this style of fragrance, is one that comes off culminating to use a lot of the blend, and not only that, the seasonality. So everything about this one, from the actual fragrance accords are wonderful. The projection, the sillage, performance is good. The bottling is perfection. The actual seasonality and wearability and utility is good as well. And at the end of the day, the demographic for this one is unisex. To me, with the woods and muskiness, the demographic is unisex, leaning slightly masculine, but a woman can pull this off. Don't get me wrong with that one. With the rose component, along with the cumin in this one, and that cumin being a such sophisticated, intriguing scent that makes this more masculine, but with that patchouli and cumin in there, it also lends itself to this spicy sensuality style of fragrance that a woman can pull off if she has the character to pull off. But ultimately, sexy, sensual, slightly animalistic scent that goes off great for the masculine skin. Get your nose on it, as stated. Carbone, that's the wearability of it. That's what you want to do. Wear it in elegance, wear it with your head high. Everyday life, it meets your head on. Once again, so this is a culmination of this particular scent. Balmain Paris, Carbone. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my video for you guys today. Hopefully you got something intriguing, educational and entertaining about this particular scent. This is one, at the end of the day, it's simply one of those fragrances that has a luxurious, musky appeal to it. It's one that has a casual side while also having a luxurious and affluent feel and appeal to it. It's one that captivates me and has captivated those around me. And if you waited this long, I want you to hear just a snippet of the conversation I had with a friend of mine. I'm going to put it right here at the end. Just listen to the compassion or the passion that she felt behind the fragrance and what she had to say. There are a few of swear words in that, so if that's something that you're sensitive to, just be aware that that is in the content, because she was speaking from the heart and mind, and just listen to what she had to say. So until next time and until next video, you guys have a blessed day, a wonderful weekend, and peace.
You gotta walk away, and I'm still thinking about the scent, so that makes me turn back around like, what the hell do you have on? So it's to think about. That's the alluring, that's the sexiness of it, as opposed to I want to drop my drawers. Oh my God, like that's the initial. That's like soon as you smell somebody, like you don't let them get out of your sight. Like
It's a panty
what do
dropper.
you have on? Like, cause that's a panty dropper. The alluring has a potential to be a panty dropper because you can't fucking stop thinking about it. That's that scent.
Okay.
Yeah.